everybody, welcome to an episode of HTHT where the talk is deep but the set is cheap, but not really because as you can see, we look spectacular these days, right? Yeah, okay, I'm your host John and today we are joined by Leah.
Hello everybody, hi. Now I'm stressed, oh my god, hi.
Yeah, just say a little bit about yourself and tell them who you are.
Wow, you didn't ask me, oh my god, now I need to say intro. Okay, hi, I'm Leah. I'm 20, I'm 27 this year and I am a video producer at Zula.
That's right. Okay. So for those of you all that are TSL fans and Zula fans, hello, right?
Oh.
TSL and Zula's content definitely, if you watch those two channels, you're definitely familiar with Leah. Yeah. She hosts a multitude of segments such as Ask Zula and Zula Chick Chats, which I appear in a few Zula Chick Chats. Has a thriving Instagram account of 16.4 thousand followers. Whoa.
Oh my god.
And has recently started streaming on Twitch.
Oh yes.
What game?
I have. Valorant.
For those of you that want to challenge her, find her on Twitch and challenge her.
Okay.
She has been in front of camera a lot, but what happens when the camera stop rolling? Let's find out today.
Oh my, I'm stressed.
Welcome to the show, Leah. Do you
Hi.
like to HTHT?
Yes, I do sometimes. Maybe not on camera, but sometimes.
Well, too bad. This is all we have today. Okay, no, but before we go on, in true HTHT fashion, we have our favorite segment of today, which is the
Alcohol.
Alakore.
Yes, sir.
So, Jinro, please sponsor us. Thanks. White grape first, yeah?
Yes,
Is it? Alright.
Grape.
I
Let's
got
go.
you.
Let's go.
Even though you are my dongsing,
Oh, I should pour for you,
it's
right?
okay. Here Singapore one, here gangster one.
감사합니다.
Hey, you're welcome, Ita.
Oh God,
What is your welcome in Korean?
I don't know.
I thought you.
Don't say that word. Don't say that
Of
word.
a Korean fan.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't speak Korean, so I don't know. Cheers.
All right, cheers to a good HTHT, yeah.
Cheers.
Perfect. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, please subscribe to our channel and join us on Instagram. You can find us at imo.pod and you can find Leah on Instagram under the user handle of
Mischief Magic.
Yes, very good. Okay, we'll leave all the links in the description down below. Enough waffling. Let's get on with it.
Okay.
Yeah. Section 1, which our kind producer, / stalker, Alastair Pang, whose name is no longer the channel name.
Yes, I
Person.
realized.
Section 1, he calls it handling fame.
Yucks! The word itself is so like, to me. Like, I don't even think about it that way.
Okay, question 1 though. Even though Leah has been online and in front of the camera a lot, it was extremely difficult to find information about her for this podcast.
Huh? Really?
Where do you draw the line then, right?
Oh,
In terms of maintaining your privacy, yet revealing enough to remain authentic.
Oh, actually, I feel that you cannot find information on me online.
Oh, actually, frankly, right, Alastair was texting me and told me that initially for the podcast, right, there were some parts that I had to try to freestyle because he couldn't find much, but eventually he found because he is the king stalker. But I
Okay.
think I just want to say it because I'm your friend too, right? So I think that right, you actually are pretty authentic already,
Okay.
right? The real question here is that do you ever sort of compartmentalize yourself that it's just for your own private life? Yeah, and how do you do that? Where do you draw that line?
Okay. As in, yeah, I do. I think I don't know. I don't have a particular line per se on what I draw, but I feel that most of the time in videos I'm hosting, right? So I don't really. If I have a choice, I won't really say how I really feel also for certain things lah. And I think when it comes to personal life, like my relationships, family, friends, I tend to keep it a lot private, mainly because sometimes I feel that people tend to judge on the internet very easily. Yeah, and I'm the kind of person that although I don't seem like I'm afraid of judgment, sometimes I think that when certain things are said about me, which I know are not true, or I feel that, I don't have a place to justify myself or make a point in return, then I feel very upset about it. Yeah, because I don't want people to view me in a way where that's not who I am lah. So I try to be as real as possible on camera most of the time. I don't think I am a different person on camera and off camera. And I think that this is something that people have kind of told me before. So when they meet me in real life also that, you're the same as how you are on videos or you're the same as how you are on stream. Which is good to me because I feel that I'm true to myself in that sense. Yeah. And I also don't do interviews like this. Ever.
Don't stress.
Because that's kind of like the borderline, where do I draw the line here? You know what I mean? Because do I want to do an interview like this? But I mean, I just my friend lah, so I help you lah.
Steady lah, of course lah. Yeah, this is where all the cool people at. That's what I'm
Oh
saying.
God. Okay.
No,
yes.
but okay, because you brought up something really interesting, because you mentioned about how like you don't normally sit. You're not normally interviewed, even though you normally do the interviewing.
Yes, I always.
So
do
would
the
I?
interviewing.
Is it correct for me to say then that like you sort of draw the line right at your comfort zone?
Yeah, I guess so. Like, I think this is fine because I kind of know what I want to talk about. But when it comes deeper into like relationships or even what I do in my personal life, that is where I kind of like don't really share. Even on my Instagram, I think like for IG stories, I don't share a lot of my life, like what I'm doing in a day. Those like random moments that are funny or who I'm interacting with, who I'm meeting. But I don't really share my emotions. I don't talk on my IG story. Like you don't see me post those like a lot of text kind of IG stories, like saying how I feel.
And then
No, none of that. Like I just, if I'm not emotionally there or I feel that something's going on in my life, I'm had to deal with it, I just go off social media because I feel that that's the best way for me to handle it.
Perfect. That's also part of being authentic, so more power to you, man. Thanks. Yeah, good job, man. Second part. Okay, no, but I got a second part question to follow up on that for you, right? So Leah said she will DM back whoever DMs her, right?
Okay.
And she enjoys interacting with people through various means. Yeah. So first question is, what are some of the more memorable DMs that you've received?
Wow. Actually, I can't really recall at the top of my head exactly what people say word for word through DMs, but sometimes there are people, a lot of times people come up to me and they just thank me for producing the content that I do, or even like just saying they appreciate my style, or like they enjoy the videos and stuff like that. And to me, that's already very memorable because I feel that the fact that I'm making an impact on someone's life, that's like insane to me lah. That I could even like reach that point. And I think those are things that a whole like value to me in that sense. Yeah. And there's some weird DMs here and there. Like sometimes people DM me about like, there was one time I got this DM from a person who was like, okay, like my family is going through something, like can you pay now me $50 so that can help support all this. This is the pay now number or whatever. Then I was at that point looking at it like, okay, I understand if your family's in need, but you shouldn't be going around DMing like for like a better word, influencers to ask them to donate money. And there's always like different ways to raise awareness for like that. Like there are different platforms. So I said to the person, I'm sorry that you're going through a hard time, but I directed them to like another mutual aid kind of like website to say like, okay, this is a better platform for you to use instead of like DMing people. Because I think it's a bit sus, like you can't really tell whether the person is being genuine.
Exactly. So what kind of reply do you get to that?
Yeah, so so what did they reply to me? The person was like, oh, thank you, I will take a look at it lah. So, I mean, I guess they were being real about their problems, which is great. Yeah, and not being like lying about it, I guess.
Oh, wow, look at you.
Oh, thanks.
Guiding the youth of tomorrow.
Trying my best to survive.
Despite being the Kong Xiao Alien on screen.
Excuse me. Not Charlene, I'm very rude.
Okay. Follow-up question to that, yeah? Do you think there will be a time where you won't be able to answer every DM? And will you be okay with that?
Wow. That's something I never thought about because I've never thought of myself as a person where like I will blow up or like grow to such a big following that I cannot reply people or I'm not able to do that anymore. If it does come to a point at that time, then it will be quite insane to me lah. Yeah, because that's something I would have never thought of projecting myself to be. But in general now, like, okay, I don't reply everybody like, like, you know what I mean? Like if they're weird or whatever, then I won't reply lah. But most of the time when people DM, they're being very genuine and they are just, sharing about their life or like thanking me or even like complimenting something, which to me is like they took out time in their day to send this to me, right? I definitely should give them a reply or even like the thing that they mentioned to me. Yeah, because if I like personally, if I send something to someone that I really look up to, right? Like if the person reply me, I'll be like super honored lah, So I guess like, in the same mindset, like if I can, just make friends or like talk to some people, then more than happy to do so lor. Yeah, because I'm just like a fucking normal human lah, Oh my god, I can say F word.
Yeah, of course. This is like Zula here.
I'm just a normal human being. Like, who the fuck? Like, I'm nobody lah. Please lah. Like, I'm more than happy to eat, but you know.
She's a celebrity, is what I'm saying. But like, she's also normal, so pretty good. No, I think that's great because like personally, I am someone who does not share her following and also does not share her enthusiasm in the level of replying even to people that I'm already acquainted
Let's
to.
not talk about John's lack thereof of replying messages, okay? I can send him a message 2 weeks and then later he's like, hey, sorry, I just saw this 2 weeks later. I'm like, by the time it's over already. Okay, John, I don't need you anymore.
I just want to apologize for being a shit person. But yeah, I'll work on that. Okay, so next part. Okay, we'll move on to section 2, which is called handling controversy.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Leah said she has scrapped videos on Zula before because she felt the topics were not well handled. What do you think then is the line between healthy conversation of a controversial topic and stirring the pot for no reason?
Wow, this one hard
Deep,
question.
Straight away
Very
jumping
hard.
in.
I stress already. Okay.
Cheers to that first. This one needs
Cheers.
creative juice.
Really meh? Oh my god. I personally feel that okay, I think because Zula as a platform
Yes.
is different from my personal platform, right?
For sure.
So Zula as a platform, what we look to is to talk about, raise awareness of about social issues that need to be discussed. Sometimes it's a bit hard to do so, especially when it comes to like backlash on the internet. Because when it comes to these kind of things, and that's why I'm very like when I see y'all do this, I'm also like, wow, these guys are crazy, because it's like the fact that y'all can post something about that's trending and then like just share however you feel about it without worrying about, you know, the consequences and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To me, that's like crazy because I think I won't be able to do that on my personal platform. But for work, it's another story because that's a brand and that's like work is separate from my personal life. And okay, so I think the question was referring to was like a very, very long time ago. Before I just joined Zula as an intern, so the whole Zula chick chats, everything was like very new. Like we didn't have a format, didn't have a template. We just go there and talk shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was one topic. It was on harassment. Okay, and like this particular topic, right? When they filmed the video, I know it wasn't their intention to make it trivial, but when I watched the edit, it came off very, very trivial because of the way they described it. And harassment is a very serious issue, right?
It is.
And at that
Especially
point,
for victims.
yeah, exactly. And at that point in time, I was just an intern, and there wasn't really someone who was like 100% managing the video side because it was a very new site. So I just like told the other person who's editing, I was like, hey, don't upload this video. Then I just told like my boss at that time, Siobhan, I was just saying like, hey, we cannot upload this video lah because like if you upload it, we are gonna get shit for it. And like, why would you want that to be on the channel lah? Yeah. So eventually, we didn't upload it, of course. And I think there are other videos like moving down the line also where I've scrapped, but it wasn't really like because of a controversial issue.
Yeah.
And nowadays, when I handle issues that are more controversial, more talking about like, you know, things that things are very heated, right? Those things that can potentially get you cancelled, right? I try to go about it as objectively as possible. And even if I'm trying to be the most objective person there is, right? There are definitely people who are going to be against it because they just
for sure.
believe a different way and they can't see where we are coming from in that sense. So I understand and I get that. It's just that I'm always fearful that these people who are against it are the majority. You know, when it's the minority, it's still okay because it doesn't overwhelm the whole video. But once it becomes the majority, right, it takes away the entire point of the video. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
I don't know if you recall there's one video that we did, the racism one.
The one that I was on.
Yeah, the one that you were on.
Right.
Yeah, that video, I mean, like, if you just go to the comment section, it's like a nightmare.
It's very toxic.
Which is not the intention that we wanted for that video. Because in that video, we wanted it to talk about, we wanted to raise the voices of these minorities because these are their lived experiences, right? And you cannot discount that they have gone through this in their lives, okay? So to me, it's like, yes, maybe there's not someone of a very strong Chinese majority perspective there to kind of share the opposing view.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, this is a platform for them to share about how they've lived their lives and how we can go about making a change to understand how, you know, these people have lived and how we can help them, you know, in this situation because it doesn't feel great to be discriminated against, right? So it's how can we help these people not be discriminated against for things that, you know, the majority benefit already from. Yeah, but let's not go into that because like there's another spiel. Yeah. Wait, my phone keep buzzing. Airplane mode.
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay.
No, but okay, I totally agree with you because actually navigating these like touchy topics is actually quite important.
Yeah.
Because like most of the time these topics deserve to be spoken about, right? But the issue is that like we have to try to find the right way to talk about it.
The middle ground.
Yeah,
Yes.
to try to find the right way to talk about it. And I think like your technique or rather or your strategy of going about it by your own like sort of gut sense, whether people are trivializing things or not, or whether this conversation is constructive or not, it's a very good sort of like indicator for yourself as well. Oh, not bad, huh?
I try lah. If not, then I'll get fired. If I don't, don't do my job,
Get
then I
fired
don't get
and
fired.
cancelled.
Cancelled and fired. Oh, that's my worst nightmare. Being cancelled. Oh my God.
Oh my god, please don't cancel her. Follow her
I'm so
instead.
scared.
All right, next question for you. Leah said that she was nervous when she released the episode on. Oh, this is the
the
racism.
This is the racism one.
Yes,
oh, shit.
yes. So, do you think this nervousness is good, or is it something that you wish you didn't feel?
I think it's good because it always makes you try to think about all the options and all the possibilities. Me being a Virgo, like I guess I'm the kind of person that like tries to foresee. No lah, I guess I'm the kind of person that tries to foresee every single possible outcome that could happen, and to make sure there's as minimal damage as possible, to achieve the best outcome lah. Yeah. So the nervous feeling always helps because it kind of like makes you question and second guess, and you and like QC it better. But sometimes it's the borderline the perfectionism and borderline that whole like overthinking aspect. You know what I mean?
Overthink SG on YouTube.
That's right. Where we are on this platform right now. Yeah, like I don't want it to be to reach the point where I'm like thinking too much and analyzing too much about the situation. So there's always it's always a double-edged sword in that sense.
Okay. So like in that case, because we brought it up earlier, right? How do you view the backlash then that came afterwards? Because if I remember correctly, on different platforms, some were very positive, some were very negative.
Yes.
Right. So how do you view the backlash then that came on mainly YouTube?
So Facebook, most of it was very positive. And I realized the reason why it was very positive because after that we took a step back to analyze everything, right? Because their profiles were not private. So you have your name attached to your comment, right? So people know who you are when you're commenting these. But for YouTube comments, right, people can just create anonymous accounts and comment randomly and you have no repercussion to that because it's just like a random person on the internet. It's a ghost, right? So I think like looking at the comments on the YouTube channel, right, it just made me realize that how much our society hasn't really been open to talk about issues like this. And although it may not be like the most positive kind of comments, right, it just shows it's like a stepping stone to trying to improve the society and improve like how people view this discrimination towards the minorities, whether they feel it's really discrimination or they just feel that it's normal. You know what I mean? It's a better gauge to understand. It's like we have a better understanding of how majority of people feel or a lot of people feel. And with the understanding comes knowledge, right? So like now that you know these things, how can we better try to cater to people like this? Will it be better like if you don't go such a direct route? Like if you do something that's a bit more subtle. For example, like not talking about it outright, but finding other ways to bring this up. So I think that video is a bit hard because it's on a public platform, right? So everything that is public, people will just, they just criticize without the people in the video having a chance to like exchange and have a conversation. So it just made me realize that, having conversations is very, very important.
Very important.
When it comes to topics like this. And sometimes if the video, like if me doing a video like this doesn't create the outcome that I hoped it would, there's always other ways, for example, like talking to friends about it. Even just pointing out things, for example, if they say something that's inappropriate, right? And I feel that that's not right. I'll just tell them, like, actually, you shouldn't say that because bang, 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 that kind of thing. Let's not trivialize the matter or whatever. And I try not to be too, like angry or anything about it. I try to just talk about it in a like, okay, like this, let's not say it like that. And these are small things that people can do in their everyday life to kind of like raise these things up. Yeah, because you can't change the world, right?
Absolutely.
Right, in one video, like, obviously not. So there's always just other ways that we can go about doing things. So that's what I prefer. Yeah, that's why I don't publicize it on my own social media. I will just talk about it in like among my friends. One-to-one conversations, personal settings. Right. It's easier to understand where different people are coming from.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, I think after that video, also one of the things that I tried to do was to try to address the people in the comments.
I saw.
Remember.
Yeah.
But like it reached a point whereby, personally, I'm already a very shit texter, as I admitted earlier, right? Having to sort of converse with so many people to try to get them to understand the intention or like the right idea behind it was so tough. And I think that was something that is valuable to have these kind of conversations, not just on a public platform. A public platform may like boost exposure, but like in a personal setting, it's always better, always more effective. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, section 3, handling people.
Oh, sure.
Okay, handling people. So question 5 is, okay, Leah said that she learned how to filter her thoughts more now that she's managing people under her.
Yeah.
What is that process like for you, and why did you decide that you have to change?
Okay, so long story short is that last time, maybe when I was newer to the job and everything, I'll just say, I'm a very direct person.
Yeah.
So I'll just say things as it is. Like, if something is done wrong, I'll just be like, why is it like this? But I realized that not everybody can handle such directness and confrontation. And I didn't realize that, okay, like maybe last time I'm not so self-aware that I'm so direct, but now I'm more aware. I also realized that many people react differently to this kind of confrontation, and a lot of people dislike it because when they feel confronted, they feel attacked, right?
Yes,
but I'm
sure.
like, I always try the disclaimer like at the start now. It's like, okay, I don't have any intention to hurt you by my comments. Sometimes if I'm just direct, I apologize in advance also, but this is how I communicate lah. So I make it very clear that it's not a personal attack to anyone also.
For sure.
Yeah, and then I've also learned that, some people can handle it, some people cannot. And when the people who cannot handle it, I just need to be a bit more patient. Yeah, so I think my patience is like, I have a lot of patience for like bullshit and like people, like friends like making fun of me, or people like saying shit to me, say lah, just say alien lah, say lah, it's okay, you know what I mean? Whatever. I'm fine. But I think when it comes to work and getting shit done, I'm like, the efficiency is key. You know what I mean? When shit doesn't get done, I'm like, what the heck?
Absolutely.
So I've learned not to let that frustration get a hold of me. Then I'll like calm down and be like, okay, so what is the problem here? Then I always try to like help people understand how to do the things more. Because last time what I used to do was like, you cannot do, I do myself.
Okay,
I'm that kind of person. Yeah. So I realized that that's not a good way to be a leader or a manager. So I was like, okay, let me help you understand how to improve. I definitely wouldn't say I'm at a point where I'm the best yet, but I'm definitely trying. Like every day, I always like try to think, okay, let's not, like, even though there's an easier way to do it, let's just try to find a way to explain. And even though it takes more time, like just, that it will eventually benefit the person at the end of the day.
Wow, you are very patient, huh?
No, I'm not leh. I'm really not leh. I'm really like kick inside, I'm like, okay, calm down.
Okay, then I guess you control your impatience well.
I do. I try.
Good job.
At work, I try my best. But I think sometimes in like
It leaks out, is
the
it?
personal life, maybe like I control too much of my own personal life. I'm like, wah! But yeah.
Okay, pretty good. Okay, so what is the line between improving yourself and staying away from who you really are?
Oh, okay. I think this line is like work and personal life. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I think at work, you have to be a different person because of the environment and because it's a job.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's not that you're not being who you are. It's just that you need to put on another you to get the shit done, get the job done. But in your personal life, I think definitely if you don't feel comfortable doing things, then you shouldn't do it. But at the same time, it's like, impatience is not a good value, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I will take the criticism for the negative aspects, like impatience or like, maybe anger management, all these kind of things, right?
Yeah.
And obviously work on it lah, because ultimately that it helps you improve as a person.
Yeah.
Right? So improving yourself from negative traits is always a good thing from what I see. Yeah. I feel that people who stick with these negative traits and just say that like, oh, that's just how I am as a person, they don't grow and they don't realize, they're not self-aware of their problems. So I guess I think after working, it has kind of helped me become more self-aware of like all the flaws that I have, when previously I didn't realize I had all these things. I used to be the kind of person that was like I'm just like that, too bad. I used to be.
That's no good.
Yeah, when I was younger at home, you can ask my mom or my family or whatever. They know that I got like my tone got problems one last time, or like my anger, or like sometimes I'll just flare up or be a bit too insensitive because of my directness, and then it can affect them also lah. So I realized that you cannot just live your life like being oblivious to all these things that are affecting or hurting other people around you.
Virgo
So
things.
I try to like manage a little bit more. Yeah.
This be all Virgo
But like
things.
长大 a bit like it's the 长大, but it's not the Virgo thing. It's the I 长大 and realize kind of thing. Yeah.
No, that's actually pretty good. And I think that like what you mentioned was quite important about how like the line is drawn between like professional life and your personal life. Because at the same time, I think we need to acknowledge the fact that in our personal lives is the time, even though it's not fair to whoever we're talking to, it's sort of the time that we get to be ugly.
Yeah.
Right? We get to be who we really are and how we really react to certain situations.
Yeah.
Like if we don't like maybe we impulsively swear more in our own personal capacity and stuff like that. Yeah, and I think that is like an important indicator of how you should behave lah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, we'll take one last question before we go on for a camera break because Sony got recording limit
30 minutes,
lah.
yeah, I know,
Unless Sony want to sponsor us a new camera with no recording limit. Just saying. Yeah. All right. Still on handling people, Leah said that she has been judged her entire life because she is not what society wants her to be.
Oh God.
Yeah?
Oh God.
So the first part of this question is, okay, what did society judge you for, and are you glad to have stuck to your own path?
Yeah. Well, this part is okay. This part, let me think of how to start the thing. Okay, I wouldn't say somebody judge me like 100%. Like where they're like, oh my God, this girl like sucks. No, not that way.
To be fair, at the start of Zula, it was, oh my God, this girl.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Okay. I think because first of all, I'm not like 100% Chinese, right?
Yeah.
I'm Eurasian.
Yeah.
So I
10
don't
kinds
look.
of Euro and Asian.
Yes, correct. And I don't look like for lack of better word, typical Chinese girl.
Yeah.
I'm no offense to any typical Chinese girls watching because I love y'all.
I'm also typical Chinese boy.
Correct. Yeah. You know what I mean? That stereotype, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And because I don't fall into that category, then I think my look is a bit more ambiguous and like different. And because I am not the on camera, on off camera, I'm not the very bubbly kind of girl next door vibe. I'm not the hee ha ha like oh my God, yay, everything is great. Like I cannot do that. Like can you imagine if I do that? Like
You
I
try?
fucking like oh my God, John, I'm so happy to be here today, John.
Stop.
Can you imagine if I was like that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so scary. It's like totally 100% not me.
Yeah.
So because I never really subscribed to that kind of like vibe. I guess people who watch, let's say YouTube or whatever, let's just talk about YouTube context, right? Yeah. When they don't know me at the start, I think they will just be like, what the fuck, this girl? Like, you know what I mean? Like, who does she think she is, you know? I mean, nothing wrong with that because obviously when you judge a person on camera, you judge them based by the first look, right? And at that point in time when I was appearing, it's like only very casual videos like, hey, hello, HTHT try, or Zula chick chats, where I can't really show who I am much. But over time, it has become better mainly because people who got to know me know who I am as a person. And the people who stay like are the people who like me for that, you know? Yeah, so
good point.
So like aside from the YouTube thing, which I think over time it has improved because last time I turned out a lot of hate comments on, but it's okay lah. I mean, whether it affects me or not, that's another story. But you know, that's life, and putting yourself on the internet, you have to expect that this will happen to you lah.
Yeah, it comes with the arena.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. And it would be great if you are the kind that everybody loves. I mean, of course there are people like that, and I would love to be that kind of person, but unfortunately I'm not. So it's fine. I've learned to accept that I'm not that kind of person. I'm not the person that everybody may like. My friends would like to say I'm a niche market.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like only selected people will like, but if they like, then they like a lot, you know? So I'm like, sure, I will take that, man. It's a win for me.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I mean, growing up, I would say that I feel like I don't think about being judged, I don't know whether they judge me, but I feel like I'm always like maybe a second place to my fellow Chinese friends. Not intentionally, of course. Yeah, but I learned that it's okay. I find my own unique market and I go for my unique market, you know? Because last time I used to dwell on it and I used to be like, wow, why can't I be like, look like this girl? Why can't I look like the Korean girl? Why can't I have plastic surgery? My face V-shape, all this kind of thing. Nose very nice, look like Lisa from Blackpink. I also want, you know? I also want to look like Lisa from Blackpink. But yeah, if I think I said this in a video before, like a TSL video, like the Ask TSL video before. And someone said something about like they're insecure about their looks or whatever. And I was just like, oh no, someone DM me about it. Someone DM me about say who's sorry, I can't speak English today.
No, it's okay. Okay, we just take a quick camera break and then we'll be right back
Okay,
because we got
cut.
yeah. And then you tell us about your DM story.
okay,
So
yes,
see
yes,
you,
yes,
see you,
yes.
see you. All right, guys, we are back from our short camera break,
Yes.
and yes, Leah. Before that, let's top up our drinks and then we'll continue our conversation. Because just now you mentioned something a little bit about DMs, right? Someone
Yes.
DM you and spoke to you about how they worry about being well, I can't English now. Now it's my turn.
You can't even English. No, but
Tell
okay,
that story.
Okay, basically.
Tell that story. Okay, but before that,
Okay. Yes, sure. I'm trying to remember what I said before this.
it's about being judged.
Okay. I remember saying on a TSL video that like sometimes I can't remember the context of the of what I said, but I know I said something along the lines of, sometimes people who are good looking just have it better in life, and that's just how it is. You shouldn't let that determine how you want to live your life, lah. And someone messaged me, actually, a guy, then he said that, he's been insecure about a lot of things in his life, and what I said kind of helped him get out of that and to stop comparing himself to other people.
Right. At least appearance-wise.
Correct. And to me, that's what I live by also. Because I can't be the hot girl on the Instagram feed or whatever it is, right? I can't be that influencer that has like 100,000 followers, girl next door, blah blah blah, Zinia Tan, you know what I mean? I can't be Zinia, right?
So spicy,
No lah. Dude, me and Zinia friends, dude.
So
Come on.
spicy. Okay lah, but yeah, true.
No, but it's like Zina's fucking hot. Like she's like literally like every guy loves her, and I'm like, yes, sis only, But obviously, if I can't be like that, there's nothing wrong with it, because once you get yourself, to stop comparing yourself to these people, and you find your own unique person, you find yourself, you find what you're good at, right? That's when you can really, be successful in what you want to do, lah. And you can be confident in who you are as a person, because it at least lets you know that you're good at this, you can do this. These are your strengths. Let's focus on that, because unfortunately, not everybody can be good looking. People are just born this way. Everybody can't be like
some people are born looking like this, or some people are born looking like this.
Yeah, exactly. And you just have to deal with it, because that's just life, So don't be affected by what people judge you for.
Yeah.
Just do you and be happy doing you. Yeah.
That's great.
Sense. Yeah.
Yeah, man, and this perfectly addresses the next question, which I was supposed to ask, which is, what is the message they want to send to people who feel that they are always judged?
Yeah, because I mean, like, okay, first of all, another thing also I was talking about being judged, right? It's like, as you can see, I got a lot of tattoo. Yeah, so like this element is something that I do. I feel like I like to do tattoos also because I want to be different.
Yeah,
I don't want to be like everyone else, and tattoos are a way to help me stand out in my own unique way.
Yeah,
because it's like art in a sense,
and
I think a lot of people will judge people for having tattoos.
Yeah.
Mainly because they don't understand the person, and they just think of it as like, oh, you got tattooed means you're gangster. I mean, okay, not necessarily now. I wouldn't say people in our generation as much now, because nowadays a lot of people are very open about it. But like adults, even when I go on the road or whatever, people are just like, they double take like a lot of times.
Yeah.
And even without my tattoos, people double take already. So it's like, just whatever lah. Like, who cares about what these people think, Yeah,
that's true.
If you're happy with your tattoos, you're happy with your dressing, you're happy with how you look, then that's all that matters, yeah.
Swag, print that on a t-shirt.
But very easy to say, very hard to do lah.
It's true. I was just going to
would
mention that.
Yeah.
Because like, I think like internally sometimes it's difficult to manage some of these feelings.
Yeah.
And I think like the best way to do it would be to try to find ways to transcend it. Since clearly if you manage to do that, that is like sort of like the healthiest for you as well.
Correct.
Just for the viewers, can I touch your tattoo?
Touch what? Yeah.
Damn. Gangster.
Jeez! You're gonna have Yakuza blood inside of you.
I'm already part Japanese, 1%.
Oh, 1%. Yeah, 2% Korean.
That's why you happy. I tell you already, the going theory, if you haven't watched, right, we tracked our ancestry on TSL. My going theory is that the time she eat tteokbokki, then the left tteokbokki in her mouth. Then they detect and they,
This girl Korean.
Not saying that all Koreans eat tteokbokki, I'm not saying it like that.
Oh my God.
But yeah.
True.
Okay, following section, which I think ties in very, very, very closely to how we ended the past section, which is about hate, which is about being judgment.
Yeah.
Being judged. Now we're talking about handling hate.
Okay.
Okay, so question 7 for you is Leah got a lot of hate in the past on YouTube videos, and people said that like she even said that like she did not think being herself will cause so much issues. You remember that? Yeah. So is there still value in being authentic online, or does that only work if you fit in?
Oh, definitely there's value in being authentic online. I would say 100%. I really dislike watching someone who I can tell is being fake. That's just my personal preference. Yeah, but when I can see someone very clearly not being who they are, I cannot watch that. Because I feel it's very hard to enjoy because I just don't think this is who they truly are. And sometimes on certain, so it depends on the context also. If the person is hosting, for example, and hosting like emceeing an event or whatever, that's different because that one you have to be professional. You're like, okay, I need to say this script, everything is scripted. It's a bit like acting in that sense.
Yeah, for sure.
But when you're trying to talk about like real things, you're trying to be a person on your own YouTube channel, you're trying to build your own brand, then when you're not authentic in that sense, right, then you know when people see you in real life or when people meet you, and you are not the same person, then I think it's a bit hard to understand who you are. You know, then people will be like, who is this person actually, right? And if you're building a brand on who you are as a person, then obviously you have to be authentic lah. And although, yes, you may get hate or whatever it is, but sometimes the hate can be, constructive.
Yeah.
Because I think I have, while I'm not necessarily 100% myself online, because I think sometimes you do have to filter a bit. Because
yeah, for sure.
I can't just like, hey, fuck you lah, na be chibai. You know what I mean? I can't do this
even
kind
though
of thing.
in real life she, hey, fuck you lah, na be chibai.
Like, I can't just be them taller or say exactly what comes to mind all the time. It's like when you interact with people outside, so you don't say everything that comes to your mind when you interact with them. It's just trying your best to be as true to yourself as possible. And if let's say it gets hate and people are like, oh, this girl damn noisy, damn what. Then you look back, when you look at the video, then you watch yourself. Do you feel that, you know, in this video you have been like overly dramatic, you have been too extreme, such that it's uncomfortable for people to watch? Then you reflect on that yourself and then you make small changes, but without changing what you're saying or what you want to be, you know? Because if it's just things like, if you're very noisy, you can always tone down your volume. You can always control that. You can control a lot of things like maybe like you don't like to do, the person say you do a lot of hand gesture, then don't do so many hand gesture, you know? Yeah, because that doesn't take away from who you are as a person.
I see.
Yeah, those things are just extra things that can be like reduced, I feel. And if it makes the viewing more enjoyable for the audience, then I will do it lah. Yeah, because last time I guess people always say, I don't know, I can't remember the comments. I think I'm the kind of person that I delete all the embarrassing / hateful memories in my brain because I don't want to think about it, and I don't want to be up at 3 a.m. thinking, oh God, I said it that time. I don't want to be that person, you know. Yeah, so just try to work around what they like. And but if they say like, oh, she damn ugly, sorry lah, my face like that, what you want me to do? You want to sponsor my plastic surgery or not? Can lah. I also can lah. If you want, I also on to do one, you know? So don't take those kind of criticisms too harshly. First of all, you can't change your face. But oh shit, I totally forgot. There was one time, there was one comment that really got me for a video. Like the video did very well, but a lot of people are like, oh, this girl is quite pretty or whatever, but she need to fix her teeth.
Oh shit, I got that
you
comment.
Tell me you got comments about your teeth
before. The
before,
first ever
right?
comment I got was about my teeth on YouTube.
And last time my teeth fucking rabak, and I also know it's damn rabak because it's like, I can tell that I'm not stupid, you know. Then that really, I think like a multitude of that comments on a single video kind of made me like, fuck this shit, I'm just gonna get braces. Which I did, obviously, and now my teeth are fine.
Mine's still not fine, so please don't shit on my teeth yet.
And I feel that was something that kind of goes a little bit against like what I said about being yourself. But sometimes when it comes to being an online personality, being someone who is influential in that sense, I think you have to make small changes to help yourself as well.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to grow, because unfortunately the industry is very superficial like that. And if things that you can change, for example, fixing your teeth, which only cost you braces and not like plastic surgery, right? Then in that case, just do it because
And especially if it's in line with something that you already want to do.
correct.
Yeah.
And in the industry itself, be it hosting or being a brand ambassador for brands, they want someone who looks as perfect as possible, for lack of better word.
Yeah.
And sometimes it'll just help you get better opportunities.
I see.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I think I was just gonna mention about how a lot of these tips that you mentioned are very relevant to sort of like the personality based industry that we're both in. And then the kind of content we produce have a lot of the individuals that are being viewed on the internet. And I think that's where it's important. Okay, very good. Following question that I have for you, Leah said that the streaming community on Twitch, she's a big time Twitch streamer.
I'm not. I'm just a small human in this community.
The Twitch community for your Twitch community has been very supportive of you, and that she has grown a community despite having, quote unquote, not that many viewers. Right? First question: you wish that you got more viewers?
I mean, of course lah, walao. This kind of question you ask me, of course lah. If not, I say actually no lah. I like how my viewers just a small community. I'm like no lah, of course I would lah. If that's how you grow, right?
Small village. She want big
I want,
city.
of course. If I want bigger things means bigger opportunities means better life, right?
She hustling. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I mean, you ask honestly to any streamer or whatever. Of course, they want views. That's how you get known, and that's how you make money, right?
Absolutely. Okay, follow-up question, which is I think important, so do you think that hate comes with fame, and thus are you worried about haters if you do get more viewers in the future?
Oh yeah, definitely hate comes with him. Definitely. 100%. I've been on like many big streamers chats and stuff. There are people who just go in and be toxic, like for no reason at all. And it's like, okay, so if you don't like the streamer, in my mindset, it's always, if you don't like me, don't watch me. If you don't like the streamer, don't watch the streamer. But there are people who just go in and like shit on the person or be like, oh, you play so bad, that kind of thing. And I'm like, what is the objective of you saying this? Why do you want to bring people down? But that's the internet, right? Because you can hide behind anonymity, right? So definitely it comes with fame. I'm not necessarily worried about it because I don't think I will ever reach the point where it becomes like that. Where I'm like having 3,000 viewers per stream. Oh my god, if only, right?
3,000 viewers per stream. Let's get it. Let's make it happen, man.
Please, okay? Yeah. In Singapore, it's hard because the community is small. But there have been successful people who have done it before. It's just that I don't invest as much into streaming as many other people do. Because this is like a side thing for me. It's more of like for me to do for fun, and I don't want to make it a job. So once it becomes a job to me, then I feel that it will not be fun anymore, and I don't want it to be the case lah. I don't want to resent doing this, or don't want to be like, oh god, I need to stream again, that kind of thing.
I agree.
I want to have the flexibility of having fun, no?
Yeah.
Pretty
good. Okay, moving on. Okay, we got next section, which is called handling insecurities.
Okay.
Very good. Yeah. So Leah used to be on a fashion site called Lookbook. Wow.
Oh god. Yes.
And said that she has to come to terms with the fact that she's not conventionally attractive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and has to work harder to gain a following, right? So do you think, right, social media has become less superficial, or has it stayed the same?
Of course, stay the same lah. Okay. Let me think. If just from my opinion, right? I would say that naturally, even for myself, I like to look at good-looking people. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's only human, yeah?
Yeah, and it's just that if they're attractive, then I like to look at them. They're hot. I'll just say that this person is hot, this girl is hot, this guy is hot, or whatever it is. But in my own Instagram or whatever, I definitely see that different types of people have gained a following as well. It's not just the conventionally attractive ones. Talking about Lookbook last time, I would say that I think it goes back to what I also mentioned. Like, I don't fall into like the majority category. I fall into a minority category of people who can enjoy my content. Last time I didn't understand that. Because I always say, well, actually my outfit is not bad, can compare with this other person, but then why I cannot get the likes? I always like beat myself up about it. Is it I need to buy more expensive clothes? Is it I need to take more nicer photos or whatever? Then I realized that no lah, it's just that those other people like have nice clothes, but they also have nice face. Yeah. Which
You have a nice face. Just take it.
okay, taking it. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I also don't want to be like I don't want to be the person where like I keep saying that I'm very cui or anything. It's like no, everybody is unique in their own way. Okay, so it's just that what is attractive to most people is not this lah. You know, I don't know how true that is, but I'm just saying, from my point of view and what I've kind of like grown up thinking as well. Yeah, so I did feel like I had to work, in general in life, I feel like I have to work a lot harder versus people who are conventionally attractive. But that's most people.
Yeah.
Yeah, even people who are not in the industry, like even just in life in general.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, next question.
What's up?
Leah said that she has an innate fear that people will not think that she's a good dancer. In case you don't know, she dances. Yeah.
Why suddenly got dancing one?
How do you overcome that fear to eventually perform in front of a crowd? Would you like a top up?
I haven't finished. It's different flavor, right?
Okay, different flavor. Yeah.
Okay, then my
This one is
first.
juicy watermelon, which is my favorite fruit. One shot.
Watermelon, 13 watermelons.
Yeah, one shot. Get in on this.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
We got big time streamer Mischief Magic here.
Stop saying big time streamer. I'm really just a pleb. Okay.
Yeah.
What? Wait. What's your question? Dancing,
Okay,
right? Dancing.
I rephrase the I reiterate the question again. Okay, so Leah said that she has an innate fear that people will not think she's a good dancer.
Okay.
Right? So how do you overcome that fear to eventually perform in front of a crowd?
Okay. I think the fear is not just with dancing. I think the fear is with everything in life. Me being a so-called perfectionist.
You are quite the showman, yeah?
What does that mean?
You like to be in front of camera, you like you like to have an audience, you like to perform.
Okay, like I don't mind it. Like I wouldn't say I like it because sometimes I feel that it's very stressful. Yeah. So even for dancing, I don't necessarily like to be in front as much. Also because I feel that there's high pressure for me to perform very well.
Yeah.
And if I don't live up to these expectations, then I feel like I failed myself, even though other people may not see it that way.
Yeah.
And I think that in life also, I always feel like I want to be the best at everything that I can do. So for example, even not streaming up, but maybe even playing like Valorant, for example.
Yeah.
I want to be damn good at the game. But then I decide train them hard.
Diamond.
Stop it. Fake diamond, boosted diamond. Okay.
Diamond.
It's like I always try my best to like keep improving myself at that game. And then like even when it comes to dance, I always at that point in time when one thing is my focus. So now gaming is my focus, right?
Yeah.
When dance was my focus, I'm always going to classes. I'm always grinding like practices and stuff because I'm always trying to see how I can improve my style, how I can look better. Then when I watch videos, I see them ugly, that I fucking irritated with myself. Like why it's so ugly? You know what I mean? And I also have a fear. I don't have stage fright. But when it comes to performance value, you know, when it comes to dancers or people who are like celebrities, who are singers or whatever, when they're on stage, they have like this whole face and then for me, you're like, wow, this person are really feeling themselves, but they're so hot doing it, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I cannot project that same vibe because I'm just afraid people will think she look damn ugly doing that. Like, what does she think? She thinks she very hot, man, that kind of thing. That's always the things that is in my head. It's like, this girl thinks she damn big shot or whatever. Yeah, so I always underperform instead of overperforming, where if I overperform, people are gonna say me. If I underperform, they can just be like, oh, maybe she's just not good, which I think I am. You know, it's a bit of it's a very bad like mindset. I feel it is because I feel that
don't do that to yourself.
I know I try not to nowadays but because I think dance the community that I was really dancing in, they are quite supportive in that sense, and the people in the classes are very like they don't judge or anything, and they I like having the environment knowing that they won't judge. But when you first step into it, the fear of people like criticizing you or having this thought in your head that like, oh, this girl is like not good enough to be in this crew, for example, or whatever. Yeah, it used to really drive me nuts. So sometimes I go because I always feel I have to do damn well when I don't do well because I'm like, my reputation is, oh, she's some influencer or she's in this crew or whatever it is, right? Then when I don't live up to that, then I feel very like I disappointed
that's
myself.
A lot of invisible pressure.
But I put it on myself. Nobody else is thinking that. But this has always been how I am in life also, be it dance, be it streaming or whatever. Then sometimes I wonder like, oh, is it now because I do YouTube, like then my views not high? Like, is it because I suck? You know what I mean? Why my engagement is so low? Is it because I suck? You know? Yeah, that kind of mindset.
So like, how do you overcome that?
I think I try to talk to myself before, like if let's say I have a performance or let's say I go to classes and I need to do like do the the actual choreography
Yeah,
and stuff, I will try to be like, okay, like let's just not think and go and do it and have fun. I just always tell my head, have fun. Why are you here? You're supposed to have fun here. You're not here to compare yourself to other people. You're not here to like beat yourself up if you do badly. Just have fun in the place because you love dancing, right? That's what I tell myself lah. Yeah. So sometimes it gets through me, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
But it's not always the case. Even for work or whatever, even for my own fashion things or whatever, people like, I don't know how to say, like, because I like to do fashion stuff and everything on Instagram or on YouTube, right? No matter how many people really enjoy my style and I appreciate that, sometimes I always think like, oh, I'm definitely not the same level as those people who study fashion, those people who know about their shit, know their shit about fashion, like their brands, like they can afford all these things, they can wear the biggest trends and stuff like that. Then I always compare myself to people like that. Maybe these people just see me as some loser stylist on the internet who like fake stylist, or not real stylist. She's not a real stylist, like things like that lah. Because I'm afraid of all these comments, and I try to make sure that I won't get these comments by making myself be the best at it. Does that make sense? Like I'm trying to avoid the comments by making myself good at the thing so that I won't get the comment.
Actually, it does, because if you think about it, it's like if you become so good at it that people cannot deny that you're good at it, then those comments will never come.
Correct. That's me in everything that I do, which is
solid.
Damn bloody tiring lah.
Yeah, it is tiring, but I guess like you do have to hustle for what you want.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, good job. More power to you, man.
Oh my god, no. Sometimes it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel that like, walao, I stress myself out so much.
For no reason.
For no reason.
You're doing great. Don't worry. Diamond. Jetmin.
I'm not Jetmin. I'm Racemin. I changed Racemin now.
Wow.
Stop. Nobody's gonna understand what's happening in this video.
Press R for play of the game. Oh, there's Overwatch.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Next question that I have for you. Yeah. Leah once said, I quote, "I hate posting selfies because I only ever notice the problems. I could use a break from being the overly critical Virgo I am and just live a little." End quote.
Yeah.
Is this insecurity something you still... Is this insecurity something you are still trying to deal with? Or does it extend to other aspects of your life?
Wow, I remember this quote is on one of my Instagram posts, right? You go and stalk me. Oh my god, what a stalker.
What a
stalker. Yeah. I think it's definitely something I'm still dealing with, although I feel I deal with it better now than I used to deal with it last time.
Yeah.
Because it's the whole self-acceptance thing that I mentioned in this video. Like, I've learned that, this is who I am, I can't change who I am. And just gotta find the people who love me for me lah. In that sense. And I mean, I'm not gonna go and do plastic surgery just because I don't like my face or whatever. Maybe I will. You never know. But but not because people tell me to do it. I want to do it because maybe I just want to look like Lisa. I want to have her nose, her nose damn nice, No, but she also plastic surgery her nose, just saying. Just saying!
So spicy again!
Wow. But I try not to think too much about it anymore.
Yeah.
Because once you... I think... I cannot... Okay, I also say on Zula, right? Like... whatever I say on Zula is true, and sometimes I have to practice what I preach, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I always tell people, don't let what other people say affect you. I always say this on Zula. In some way or another, the message comes across, and that you should be yourself. So I don't need to practice that myself as well, because I can't be saying it and not practicing it myself, right?
That's
so
true.
Everybody is working on it on their own.
Yeah.
So it's always a work in progress for me.
Okay. I'm just really curious,
Yes.
Like how many, if 100 being absolutely, 0 being absolutely not right, how many percent do you truly believe that it's a result of being an overly critical Virgo?
Wow, like 80.
Oh, really?
80.
Horoscope fan, where you at? Leave your comments below.
God. No, because I overthink so much.
Overthink SG, yeah, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, okay, I think a lot of people overthink, but I'm the kind. My friend Cheryl, my close friend, our close friend, she said, "Leah, you have 100 things running through your mind. Can you just calm down?" Because sometimes when I text her, I'm texting her like 20 different things at one go, telling her about all the 20 different things that we need to do, and she's like, "Leah, you just need to calm the fuck down." And I'm like, "Okay." Then I just like zone out for a while, But there's always a lot of things that
for sure.
I'm thinking about on a constant basis. And it's always like, what if this happens? What if this happens? What if this happens? Okay, so the problem, how to solve this thing if this thing happens? How to solve this thing if something else happens?
Yeah.
Like trying to problem solve my life, in every day.
I totally understand.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. So, with regards to being a Virgo, be less of a Virgo.
My rising and my moon Capricorn, I don't think it helps.
Add her on Co-Star.
okay.
You can find her on Co-Star.
Mission Magic on Co-Star.
Okay, our last section. Okay, before we move on to our final few questions. Yeah. Question 12 is Leah once said, right? This one is called handling them together. This section. Yeah.
Okay.
Leah once said that her mom has been her biggest support system when she needed life advice and 100% honesty.
Yeah.
Right? What have you learned from your mom that has guided you till today?
Wow. I learned a lot of things from my mother. My mother is a very wise person, I would like to say.
I heard.
And she tells me things as it is, with no sugarcoating, which I need sometimes. And somehow, I don't have a specific thing that she kind of said. Okay, maybe I do, but I'm thinking whether I should share it. Give me a moment to process whether I want to share it or
Just
not.
give us that nugget of wisdom.
Okay,
man.
fine.
Look at the lost humans waiting for your wisdom.
I guess because she's gone through a lot of things in her life, so that can kind of help her, help me, And there's one thing she did tell me. She said like, Leah, you always feel that you know that you are right. Like you always feel that what you're doing is right and you can handle it. When most of the times I do feel that I can handle most situations. So she said, sometimes you put yourself in a situation where you can't handle it. And then later on, there are negative consequences, for example. But you think you can handle it going into the situation.
Ooh, so you bite off bigger than you can chew.
Correct. And she says that you need to stop thinking like you can handle it and look at it, take a step back and look at it and be like, okay, no, you shouldn't even go into this situation in the first place. Yeah. So that has kind of like taught me a lot about, not just thinking like, okay, I can just do whatever I want and I'll be able to get out of it if I need to.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you just can't get out of situations.
It's true.
Right? And when she said that to me, it really hit me because I was like, sometimes I really think I put myself in situations where I could create problems. Be it with people around me or whatever it is, unintentionally. Right?
For sure.
Or even with the person or the people that I'm going into the situation with. So she say, no matter what, like most of the time you can handle situations, but when you have a gut feeling that you can't handle it already, right? Trust your gut feeling and get out of it. Yeah, so that's what she told me.
That's some sage advice.
Sage advice.
Yeah, shout out to Leah's mom. What's her name again?
Diane.
Shout out to Diane. You gangster, that's all I'm saying. All right, guys, we're going to have to take another camera break before we move on to our last two questions. But if you all like what you're seeing right now, please give us a follow on Instagram. And please continue to watch. Still got more coming. And if you want to nominate someone or suggest someone interesting for our future episodes, please, by all means, leave it. And shout out to all our soju brands. Keep sponsoring us. And we'll see you in a bit.
Okay.
Camera break. Okay, guys, we are back, from our second camera break, and this is Leah with us once more.
Yes.
We are going on to our last two questions.
Oh, two questions. Okay, nice.
Yes, okay, not last two, last few. So
Liar.
Leah said, this one is also, because we are now on the topic of handling them together, right? So Leah said that she used to be in a lot of drama in the past in school.
Oh my god. Okay.
Has that... Maybe you want to share a brief one or two liner about the drama.
No, it's so funny because every time you say something, I'm like, what did I say? Leah said that. What did I say? Jeez.
Well, that one is I will have to thank our stalker, Alex
Yes,
Pang.
stalker. In school, I think that because I don't know why, but somehow every school I go to, like secondary school, JC, or whatever, always got some nonsense drama. Which drama should I talk about? Let me think. I think the secondary school one damn lame. But I think at the secondary school, a lot of people face problems with their friends because people are young.
Yeah.
They don't know how to handle situations. And then if there's a problem, they find a problem with their friend, right? They're not gonna tell their friend, hey, you have this problem, we need to talk about it. They're gonna be like, this girl, she like blah 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 blah. It's damn normal. So I totally okay with it or whatever.
Yeah.
But my friends who are still my current friends from secondary school,
Yeah.
last time my friends used to say that they used to not like me because I did well in exams or school, but I never. No, but they say it's because I never study or like I will say I never study, but end up I do well. I'm like, okay,
What?
sorry, I pay attention in class lah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they used to not like me for that, and then they was like, okay, some points they'll be great with me, so they call me every day. We talk all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just like don't call me, then they ignore me, then they plan outing without me, that kind of thing.
That's so bitchy.
Yeah, it's girl school things.
Don't be that kind of girl.
But I mean, when you're young, you can't really. I think people don't understand their impact of their actions, of course.
Yeah.
So obviously, I don't blame them now because we're still friends. And I actually have one friend who I appreciate. She came up to me in JC and she was like, actually, last time, like this.
I was a bitch.
Yeah, this thing happened. I'm like, sorry lah. And I was like, hey, don't worry lah, fuck lah, whatever. I'm
But
over
actually, in your
it.
heart, you're like,
I'm like, thanks for telling me you're sorry. Yeah, but it's okay. Like as long as people realize their mistakes.
Yeah.
At the same time, I think that's the most important thing because I believe I'm the kind of person I believe in giving people second chances.
Yeah,
of
for
course,
sure.
not with giving second chances and them just taking advantage of that.
okay,
but
okay.
to give and also to understand, try to understand where they were coming from and
Yeah.
try to be empathetic. Not a lot of people may be okay with that because
Yes.
sometimes people may hold a grudge.
Correct,
People
correct.
just think some things are unforgivable. That's fine because that's up to you. But to me, I try to forgive and forget for the most part because I always try to think of it in my shoes. Like, what if I did that to the person?
Yeah.
Would I want the person to forgive me? Of course.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
that's quite a good way of thinking about
Like-
how you before you decide on how you want to treat people.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So follow up question to that to that, right? Is that has that experience made you more grateful for the people who stayed?
Of course, definitely. I think that I'm very lucky to have a lot of friends around me who care about me. And while I like you may be not a great texter as some of my friends say, but not as bad as you, lah, John, not as bad as you. But sometimes I do get busy, I do forget to reply,
Yeah.
or I do talk to new people, and then sometimes I forget my other friends when they
Yeah.
message me about something because I'm busy doing new activities, new experiences, right?
Yeah.
They still stick around, and I'm very, very grateful for that because
Yeah.
in this industry, in my job also, the hours are unpredictable. Like I'm constantly on my phone doing stupid social media things, which I enjoy, but it takes up a lot of time. And I'm grateful that they don't, see it as like, oh, she doesn't care about me anymore.
Yeah.
Because I'm the kind of person who has a lot of one-on-one friends. I enjoy companies in groups, but I enjoy the best company when it's like one-to-one, two-to-one kind of company because I
Yeah.
feel that I can really sit down and talk to the person and, share about life or whatever we've been going through together lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how I continue to strengthen my such friendships in that sense. So, yeah. Very,
Pretty
very
good.
grateful. Shout out to all my chingus in the house.
Yeah, man. all
Chingus.
them chingus.
Ew, I'm so gross. No lah, but for reals, they know who they are lah. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate all the people that stick around, man. All right, next question that I have for you. So, what do you want to say to the people, or rather to our audience, right? To anyone who's watching, who feels like they're alone and don't fit in?
Oh shit. Wow. This is a hard thing because like I won't know what exactly they're going through, right? And I know words are always easier to say than actions because I can obviously say something as easy as like, don't worry, you'll get through it and stuff. When obviously like fuck that doesn't fucking help, right?
That's
And
true.
I'm always the kind of person that's like, okay, let's think of an active solution to solve the problem. I think sometimes when you're lonely, and you don't have anyone around to talk to, be your family or your friends, I would say at least try to find a way to find new connections with people, be it online, because sometimes online you can find a lot of friends through your similar interests.
Yeah.
So I've made a lot of friends through gaming, first of all. Even last time in secondary school, I made so many friends from playing Audition C, okay? I even matchmake my friends together from Audition C. Can you imagine? Yeah. So it's like, if you're interested, for example, if your interest lies in gaming, right? You can try to make friends from there. If your interest lies in photography, maybe join some like interest groups on Facebook lah, or like even forums or whatever it is. People on the internet may just be as lonely as you. If I don't, it's sad to say it like that, but sometimes there are people across the internet, across the world, who so you can connect with, and you just don't have the opportunity to make friends with them in real life. So don't let the real life don't
let the real life woo.
don't let the real life connections affect other potential connections you can make. And don't feel that you are alone, because you can always find ways to reach out and find other people, do things that you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Even if you say, I don't have interest, I only stay at home and watch shows, go and find a website that people like to read anime or talk about anime, talk about like Netflix series or whatever.
Yeah.
Twitter is a great place, just saying. You just search up the show and then people talking about it already. There's so many ways to find connections. And I think being lonely is very, very sad. And I myself feel that if I ever become a person with no friends or been very lonely, it'll be very, very, very depressing for me. And it's up to you as a person to get out of that hole that you're in, to, make effort to find people. Because sometimes, right, when you're alone, you think like, okay, nobody wants to be around me. I will just wait for people to come to me, because if they want to talk to me, then I will talk to them, because then I know that they are okay talking to me. But when you have that mindset, some people
stops you from reaching out.
Correct. Some people may not even know to come to you in the first place, because they just feel that you're closed off. So I think it's important to try at least, and hopefully you don't encounter people who are mean to you, because I think that's very nasty. But unfortunately, the world is full
will encounter people who are mean to you.
it's full of nasty people. But I try my best for me to be as open as possible to people who message me. So I hope that other people can do the same as well. So that's, hopefully that helps, but I don't know. Words always easier to do than actions.
It's true.
Yeah, but it's up to you, I guess. That's what I would say.
Yeah, there's some sage advice also coming from Diane. Is it Diane?
From me lah.
Diane or Diana?
What? Diane lah.
Sage advice coming from Diane's daughter.
Oh, Diane's daughter. My mother said this advice, I say from my mouth one leh.
Okay, we got a few more questions for you. Last few ones, and then we'll wrap up, okay?
Sure.
So first one I have for you is, at what age did you learn the most about yourself?
Oh, I think it's very recently only. Probably when I started working at maybe 24. That's not really when I learned the most about myself, but it's more when I became very self-aware of how I am as a person, and what are the good things and what are the not so good things, and just kind of coming to terms with that, and also working on ways to improve the negative aspects. Like I mentioned, I think when I was young, I fucking foolish and stupid. Like
well,
most people, right? You just think that you're the shit or whatever when you're younger. Actually, no, I never thought I was a shit, but you always thought that you knew what was best for you. You knew what you more than you actually knew. Really. I thought that I was like a fucking encyclopedia of knowledge or some shit. Fake news.
We all learned that the hard way, or one way or the other, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, next question I have for you. It's a two-part question. Yeah, first, is there someone that you'll never forgive?
Oof.
And second, is there someone that you'll never forget?
Oof. Wow, this hard question. Why you throw me on the spot? Why you never ask me during pre-interview?
Surprise questions.
Forgive.
Yeah.
I think don't really have. Okay. I think the people that I will never forgive are the people who hurt me and never apologize for it.
Yeah.
Right? I just remember there's this one girl in my JC or whatever.
Yeah.
TLDR. I will not go
our
into-
JC?
Our JC, but I'm my junior. I'm a junior lah. TLDR, she just tried to turn all my friends against me.
Oh, that's not good.
And was very fake in front of my face.
Yeah.
Like she just like, hey, oh my god, like in front of my face. And I really hate people who are fake. Like hate to the core of my being of people who are like that.
Yeah.
And it really just makes me so like frustrated because I don't know whether they can see it. But not that I'll never forgive her. If she ever comes up to me one day and tells me like, I'm sorry for my actions, I'll be like, okay, whatever, I forgive you. But she has never once done that to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably her. And there are definitely people in my mind, but I just can't come
Off the top of my head, that's
the
the
top of my
person
head.
that pops up.
Yeah, off the top of my head, that is the person.
That's fine.
I can't really think of anyone else. If I do, I'll let you know.
Then we'll go on to the next one.
But if who I'll never forget.
Yeah.
Wow, this is hard. Let me think. I think because a lot of people are already kind of in my life already,
Yeah.
and they are all very memorable people. I don't think it's not that I've forgotten them, you know what I mean? But if you think about it as like a person who doesn't exist anymore, it's like my grandmother. So she passed away when I can't remember how old I was. Probably I was in uni. I remember getting a call and I was on a bus, NUS shuttle bus.
Yeah.
Okay. But I already knew she was like falling ill at that
sick,
point. Yeah. So I actually got this tattoo, like the one on my arm, the 3 roses. It's for her. Before she passed, I asked her what's her favorite flower. And I told her I'm going to do a tattoo of her favorite flower.
Yeah.
And I think she's the one person that was very, very selfless all her life. And she has taught me to also be very selfless. And she has never gotten angry. Like, I don't know how a human being cannot get angry, but she's the kind of person that she has never gotten angry, even as a child, even when I was older as well. And she's very self-sacrificing. Yeah, which is something I always aspire to be like her in essence. So I never really will forget what she has kind of taught me, not in a very like I teach you a lesson kind of way, but through her actions. Yeah.
Awesome.
Definitely.
Awesome. And one last question.
What's up?
Right. Do you think your parents are proud of where you are in life right now?
Oh shit. This let me think. Okay.
You can sit on it. This is our last question.
No, like I think yes, definitely. Though they don't say it to me directly. Oh, maybe my dad. My dad is a person who will openly say or joke about my videos and stuff like that. He say, "Hey, I saw you on your video," or this kind of thing. But I know my dad is always proud of me. Like he has always verbally mentioned that he's very proud of me. Even from school all the way until now. So my dad definitely. My mom, she's also a bit like me. She's the kind that like doesn't really say out her emotions. So she doesn't say like, "Hey, I'm very proud of you" or whatever, Diane. Yeah. She does not say, "Oh shit, I shouldn't have said her full name." Okay, never mind. It's fine, you can bleep her full name.
Diane bleep.
Yeah, correct. I know that she watches my videos, and sometimes when I talk to her about work and everything, she has told me that she's seen that I've grown quite a bit. And even in terms of like in family, like she has trusted me a lot with like talking about how she's feeling. So she's opened up to me a lot about that, and also like how to deal with like situations at home sometimes. So I think she is proud of me, ? But you know, I was like, what parent won't be proud of their kids? Okay. Well, let's not jump to a general statement right there. But definitely on my side, I think that both my parents, though they won't say it, deep down they probably are. Yeah.
Nice. Very good. So thank you so much for coming on the show with us today.
No problem.
Leah.
Yucks.
Any last few things you would like to say to our audience?
Oh, any last few things? Well, I would. I don't really have a lot to say, but I feel that there's always some like a point in saying that, you know, try to be kind to people around you. I guess from my experience, maybe I have not been shown a lot of the most kindness, you know, growing up with like criticisms online, all this kind of thing. Always think before you say a message, think before you leave a comment. That's why I always, when I film Zula videos also, sometimes when I do Ask Zula, I will be like, guys, remember to leave nice comments. Don't, like, even if you want to say something that's different, that's a bit more, you know, on the controversial side, that's not the norm or whatever it is, please say in a tactful way.
Yeah.
Because there are people behind the camera who will feel the hurt when they read it. It's not that it just goes there and like people can ignore it, you know. People always read the comments. People always read what you say. So just try to be as tactful as possible, even if you're bringing up something that's a little bit more negative. Try to understand objectively what the person is trying to say, and not put your own judgment and your own opinions on someone and like force them into your opinions, you know, because I think that's a really bad way of going about to achieve what you want. Because you can make a video about it if you want. If you feel so strongly about something, sure, make a video about it or whatever. But at the same time, it's like you shouldn't. If someone has gone through life with such an experience, right? Who are you to come and tell them like, no, this is not. This is not how you have lived. This is not what it's like.
That's true.
Yeah, because that's not fair to the person. Yeah, so try to be open and try to always trying to understand where another person is coming from. That's my advice I would like to give to everyone in general.
Perfect. You know, actually on
the internet.
Overthink, we actually encourage all our viewers to have constructive conversations in our comment section and leave the toxicity for, I don't know, elsewhere. And that's why we are concluding this time with a very, very nice message that you're telling, which is exactly in line with our brand. Thank you so much, Leah, for joining us.
No
and
problem.
cheers to
I haven't
all
tried the
the
watermelon
good
soju.
things
Cheers.
and Diane.
Oh,
Cheers to Diane and Diane's daughter. You don't like it?
it's okay. It's
Well, that sounds like a personal problem.
Okay, all right. Bye, John.
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching this episode, HTHT. If you enjoyed this episode, okay, remember to go and like, share, subscribe, go and leave your comments and tell us who you want to see next. And in future, you know, if we are able to bring them on, you can pester them in their DMs and then ask them to come on our show. Why not? And if there's any other questions you wish to ask Leah, you can always leave in the comments as well, and then we'll pass them to her, and then she'll answer you because she answers all her DM, unlike me.
Yeah, you can always DM me. It's fine.
Yeah, so once again, thank you so much, Leah, and I
problem.
hope you enjoyed yourself today.
I did.
Perfect, and I hope you all enjoyed the episode today. Bye.
Bye-bye.